Now we'll understand about the cloud benefits. First of all, high availability. The services on the cloud is available almost 100%. But if you're using an on-premises services like data center or servers, in case due to some catastrophic circumstances, if anything happens, if there is a down of the electricity or the power connection, the server will go down. But here in cloud, you don't have to face such kind of problems. So in cloud, you have the high availability option. Now, scalability. In cloud computing, scalability refers to a system ability to adapt to change the workloads by increasing or decreasing the resources like computing power, storage, or network capacity. This allows organization to handle peak demand without sacrificing performance or reliability. Cloud scalability is crucial for business to quickly adjust to fluctuating demands and efficiency use computing resources. Now, predictability. Predictability in cloud computing refers to the ability to anticipate and plan for the performance of cloud infrastructure, ensuring consistent uptime and performance. It's a key aspect of cloud reliability, allowing businesses to manage resources efficiently and avoid unexpected disruption. Now, governance. Cloud governance in cloud computing is a framework of policies and procedures and rules that guide an organization's use of cloud resources. It ensures that cloud development are secure, compliant, and cost-effective, while aligning with business objective. Cloud governance helps organizations to manage the risk, comply with the regulation, and optimize cloud resource utilization. Now, elasticity. In cloud computing, elasticity refers to a system's ability to dynamically adjust its computing resources such as CPU, memory, and storage to meet real-time demand changes. It allows resources to be provisionized or disprovisionized quickly as needed, optimizing performance and cost. This contrast helps stability, which often involve long-term planning and infrastructure changes. Now, reliability. In cloud computing, reliability refers to a system's ability to consistently perform its intended function, maintain uninterrupted service, and recover from failure quickly. It's about ensuring that cloud service or system operates as expected with minimal disruption or downtime, and that data remain accessible and secure. Cloud security. It is like protecting your data and applications stored online, while cloud manageability is about controlling and monitoring those things from a central location. It's all about ensuring your cloud stuff is safe and running smoothly. Cloud security focuses on keeping your information safe from hackers, unauthorized access, and other online threats. It is also makes sure that the software you use in the cloud is safe and reliable. Cloud security also covers the servers and networks that the cloud provider uses. Cloud manageability also provides tools to control and manage your cloud resources from a single point. It helps you track the performance of your cloud resources and get alerts when something goes wrong. Cloud manageability allows you to optimize your cloud environment and automate the task. Essentially, cloud security is all about protecting your data and application, while cloud manageability is about making sure everything runs smoothly and efficiently. Now, we'll move on to the next topic, which is infrastructure as a services, IaaS. It's a build pay-as-you-go IT infrastructure by renting the servers, virtual machine, storage, networks, and operating system from a cloud service provider. Here, in infrastructure as a services, you can see in the diagram, it covers the storage and services, network and firewall security, and data center, physical plant, or building. All the services can be rented from the servers or from the cloud service providers. Platform as a services. Platform as a services, it includes server storage and network firewall security, data centers, operating systems, deployment of tools, database management, and business analytics. Now, software as a service. These are mainly the ready-to-use apps accessed via internet, so no installation or update is needed. For example, Gmail, Microsoft 365, or Zoom. Now we will understand about the Azure architectural components. Azure regions, regional pairs and sovereign regions, availability zones, Azure data centers, Azure resources, Azure subscriptions, management groups, hierarchy of resource groups, subscriptions, and management group. First, Azure regions. Azure offer more global regions than any other cloud providers with 60 plus region, which is representing over 140 countries. In the diagram, you can check with all the Azure regions. So basically the regions are made up of more than one or more data centers in close proximity. It provides flexibility and scale to reduce the customer latency. It also preserves data residency with a comprehensive compliance offering. Availability zone. It provides protection against the downtime due to data center failure. It physically separates data centers within the same region. Each data center is equipped with independent power, pooling, and networking. It is connected through private fiber optics network, paired region. Now we can compare the pair region, whereas this North Central US is paired with the South Central US. Similarly, East US is paired with West US. Canada Central is paired with Canada East, UK West with UK South, India South with India Central, etc. At least 300 miles of separation between the region pairs are there. Automatic replication for some services. This 300 miles of separation is all because if due to any natural calamity, war, or any issues, if one server fails, that other server will always be available. It is prioritized region recovery in the event of outage, as I said. Here, the updates are rolled out frequently to minimize the downtime. In case, if the server in the East US is updating, the West US will work out with you. Now, Azure resources. There are several resources in Azure. One is virtual machine for creating virtual machine in your Azure environment. Storage accounts, virtual networks, application services, SQL database, and many other functions. Azure resources are components like storage, virtual machines, and network that are available to build cloud solutions. Now, resource groups in Azure. Here in a resource group is a container to manage the aggregate resources in a single unit. If you want to bond web, DB, virtual machine, and storage in one group, you can do that in the resource group. A resource group can exist in different regions. Resources can be moved to different resources group as well. Application can utilize multiple resource group also. Azure subscription. An Azure subscription provides you with authenticated and authorized access to Azure accounts. It generates the bill separately and reports and invoices for each subscription. For whatever subscription that you're using, you have to only pay for that service. You don't have to pay for any other services which you are not using. Access control boundary. It manages and control access to the resources that users can provision with specific subscription. Azure Compute Service. Azure Compute Service are like virtual machines, app services, container instances, Azure Kubernetes services, and Azure Virtual Desktop. Azure Compute is an on-demand computing services that provide computing resources such as disk, processors, memory, networking, and operating system. Azure Virtual Machines. Now let's understand. Azure Virtual Machine are the software emulation of physical computers. Here, you don't have to buy any physical computer. It saves your money, your space, your energy. You just have to create a virtual machine inside the Azure. It includes virtual processor, memory storage, and networking. Infrastructure as a service offering that provides total control and customization of the virtual machine. Okay, we'll go over the demo, how to create a virtual machine in the later part. Now, Azure App Services. Azure App Services is a fully managed platform to build, deploy, and scale web application and API quickly. It works with .NET, .NET Core, Node.js, Java, Python, or PHP. as offering with enterprise-grade performance, security, and compliance requirement. Azure Virtual Network. Now, the Azure Virtual Network, VNet, it enables Azure resources to communicate with each other on the internet and on-premises network. Here, the public endpoint accessible from anywhere on the internet. For the private endpoint, it is accessible from within your network. Virtual subnets segments your network to suit your need. Network peering connect your private network directly together. Azure Storage Services. It is also known as container storage, BLOB. It is optimized for storing massive amounts of unstructured data, such as text or binary data. This storage, it provides disk for virtual machine, applications, and other services to access and use. Azure File sets up a highly available network file that shares can be accessed by using the standard server message block that is on SMB protocol. Now we'll create a demo storage account also. We'll move further now. Azure Active Directory, AAD. Now let's understand about the Azure Active Directory. Azure Active Directory is a Microsoft Azure cloud-based identity and access management services. It needs authentication. It provides option of authentication where employee can sign in to access the resources. Each employee can be given a specific or limitation for access any resources. It has also given the option of single sign-in, that is SSO. It is used in business-to-business application, business-to-customer identity services, and device management. We'll create the Azure user in Entra ID. Now that's all for this whole module. We will come up with a new module. Thank you very much and have a nice day.